Yes, Cedric Maxwell, Josue Pavon here. End of an era, Max. End of an era. Didn't come as a shock to me. Didn't come as a surprise. Nothing's coming as a surprise now in this year, 2020, after everything that's happened. But Tom Brady's time with the Patriots came to an end. 20 years with the Patriots came to an end as he told fans that he was not returning with the Patriots. Now he's going to Tampa Bay.
That's the surprise.
That's a surprise? I'm not surprised.
Tampa Bay?
Oh, yeah, that's a surprise.
That's a surprise.
That part is a surprise.
That's a surprise.
For him to part ways with the Patriots, it's not a surprise.
I believe that. I believe that was the case. Him departing ways, I think, just kind of wanted to be his own person, go on to another, see if he could win the championship without Belichick. I think, yeah. I looked at that. That was cool.
But why didn't it surprise you?
That didn't surprise me. Tampa Bay surprised me. I just thought it would be a city with a little bit more pizzazz. I thought it would be maybe L.A. Or opening up a new arena out there, new stadium, maybe San Diego, even Vegas. I thought the Raiders might be a great place, but Tampa Bay just shocked me when they kept saying Tampa Bay Buccaneers. That's at the end. That's what
they got some weapons. At the end of the day, that's what he wanted, Max. And the Patriots didn't go out and get those weapons.
But you say that about weapons. You can't tell me a weapon they have right now, can you?
What? Who? The Buccaneers?
Name guy.
I mean, they're going to bring in guys. Obviously, Antonio Brown is one of them.
That's the point.
Yeah.
But you're talking about bringing back. You're talking about going back to get an experiment that didn't work.
Right.
The Antonio Brown? Really? Is that?
I mean,
that's the way you want to go?
That's exactly.
That's your first shot.
If I'm the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, I'm giving Tom Brady whatever he wants. We're going all in for this 1 year, and maybe we'll get a second year out of it. Let's see what happens. We paid you. We got 2 years down, 2-year contract, $50 million. I mean, you're in a good spot. You got Tom Brady in a position to bring you to another level that you haven't seen in a long time. When's the last time the Buccaneers were relevant?
Well, the only time I remember them being relevant was during way back, and that was I only remember the quarterback. But what I'm thinking about now is that how many times I'm sure it's on SportsCenter. How many times has it really worked for a aging quarterback or aging star to go to another team and to rise to get that team to its level? Let's look at the GOAT of the NBA, as you like to talk about. Michael Jordan leaves Chicago, goes to Washington. How'd that work out?
Yeah, but that was different because he was going to a team that you knew this is a complete. Mike just wants to play a couple more years. You knew that team wasn't going to be able to. Their goal was to make the playoffs.
But they didn't even make the playoffs.
They didn't make the playoffs.
They didn't make the playoffs.
That's true.
Essentially, that's a given. If you are the greatest player of all time, and you're playing on a team that still has some weapons. Remember, Rick Hamilton was there at that time. So you still had some guys who could play the game at a high level, but you couldn't even make the playoffs.
Yeah, but this isn't...
NBA, all you got to have is, the first, 8 teams?
Right.
In the conference?
Yeah.
First 8 teams?
If you go 500, you're in good shape.
Michael Jordan can't be on a team that gets the first 8? So that's the experiment that I look at. It could be completely different with Tom Brady. Maybe. But overall, it's always been the same thing. Steve Young ended up going to Tampa Bay and playing. Didn't work out well. Not when he left. Willie Mays left San Francisco. This is a long time ago before you, and ended up going to the Mets. Horrible. Had a horrible year.
Yeah. So
most guys I see that come back into those leagues, and again, Father Time, dude, he is. What is he batting 1,000? What's Father Time batting?
1,000. Catches up to everyone.
Catches them.
Let me ask you this though: How badly did the Patriots want Tom Brady back?
I don't know. I think they were just tired too. I think both people were tired. I think it was a marriage, and at the very end, you know what, we got great kids, we got grandkids, we got all these things right now.
They ran its course.
Everything is, but you know what, I'm good. I think that I want to move on.
Exactly.
And I think that's what happened. Both parties wanted to move on. Now, the thing I'm interested in that makes me interested is when Tampa Bay comes back here, do you boo Brady?
No.
Why?
No chance.
Why?
The man got you six championships. As you would say, what do you want to do? Clean your bathroom? What more could you ask for out of him?
At this point, I'm just saying...
You can't even be mad at Brady.
I'm just saying almost every athlete that has left his team and decides to leave on his own is booed when he comes back.
Yeah, but this is a once-in-a-lifetime.
I don't care. I'm just saying every athlete has left his team. Now, some people say, what Jordan when he went back to Chicago? Jordan didn't leave Chicago. Jordan retired.
Right.
I'm talking about he elected to go there instead of playing here with you. Now, our guy Nick said he's going to boo him when he gets back.
Oh, Nick's another one.
Well, I'm just saying that.
Nick's another one. And what I mean by that is Nick Josue is one of those guys who was tired of the whole Brady thing year after year. Does he still got it? Does he not? And he sort of falls in line with the same side as the Patriots in the organization, as in, you know what? We need to cut ties and move on to the next chapter. Who's the next person? We both know that relationship between Belichick and Brady soured within the last few years because Belichick was ready to move on. Belichick wanted Garoppolo taking the snaps. He was mad that this has gone as long as it has, but what was he supposed to do in those couple of years? He got you 2 more championships, 2 championships that no one really saw coming a few years ago, you know? And at that point, this is the right time to just break it off because they know that Tom Brady, that, like you said, Father Time is going to happen.
I understand exactly what you're saying, but I'm just looking at almost every athlete that I know has decided to leave a team and comes back to that team to play has gotten booed. We can look at the Red Sox, for instance. Guys like Johnny Damon, who played well, came back, got booed. I remember Ray Allen leaves here.
Your boy Ray.
Gets booed when he comes back. I mean, you can just go down the line about people who have been there, who've been great players for different teams. Gordon Hayward, maybe one of the best Jazz players ever to play there.
Come on, Max.
Maybe you think about it.
Is he top 5?
Of the Jazz?
He's definitely behind
Malone and Stockton, yes. Yeah. And how much further you going to go?
There's got to be another play up there.
I mean, well, that's the point. When you make that point, that's the point right there. I mean, only guy I think about is
somebody from the back of the day.
I think a guy, I know Adrian Dantley, who played there at that time, but almost every player in those situations that I've seen over the years comes back to a place to play. Like Sean likes to say, he's going to hear it from the crowd every time he touches the basketball. Now
he still heard it too. It's been 2 years. I couldn't believe it.
Now you know what? Let me digress because maybe here's one situation where I think was different. Kimball Walker leaves Charlotte, decides to take the money here instead of going to Charlotte. He went back to Charlotte. He got cheered. Al Horford, who played great in Atlanta, goes back to Atlanta, gets booed. So for the most part, almost every athlete I've ever seen in the situation, maybe Brady will be different. But right now, I wouldn't be surprised if there weren't a couple of boo birds there because people are hurt. I don't think it's fair to the athlete. When Ray Allen decided he was going to go, I didn't think it was fair that you booed him when he came back. But people have their opinion. Who did we just see recently who was booed?
Well, he wasn't even in the building.
And wasn't even in the building.
Kyrie Irving heard it from miles away.
He wasn't even in the building.
And Kyrie was so triggered that he went to Instagram. He made that long post, remember?
Yeah. I said, so I mean, I just...
People got a lot worse than Kyrie, though. Come on, man. They were chanting, where is Kyrie? Like, come on, that hurt your feelings?
First of all, they said
your feelings, Kyrie? Come on.
First of all, they said Kyrie sucks.
Oh, man.
That was the first thing. Everybody said that.
Poor Kyrie.
No, poor Kyrie.
His feelings.
Poor my kid that's sitting there beside me, Josue.
Yeah, but you've heard the city say a lot worse
you bring
than
women.
Sucks.
You bring your kid to the game. And, well, I think that our fans are better than that. And I've said that before.
What did you expect, Max? They're going to give him a standing O?
I didn't expect.
Welcome back, Kyrie. We missed you, man.
First of all, dude ain't even here. He ain't even here. It's not even here to play.
They brought his name back up the second time and then the Nets made the biggest comeback they made all year. Paris LeVert goes to
absolutely.
We've seen
you forgot even about winning the game, and you're chatting. Where's Kyrie? And this team is inching up closer and closer and closer. Then you want to get behind your team, but once the Celtics almost lost the game, you have nothing to say about Kyrie then. So I don't know. The answer fickle. I do understand, but I've seen too many guys decide that they're going to leave and go to other teams and come back to the organization they were with, and they get booed.
Yeah, but how many of those guys are GOAT status, man? We're talking one of the greatest. We're talking about once-in-a-lifetime player. We're talking about the greatest era in Boston sports. If you ask me. This is the greatest era we've seen from somebody in Boston sports history.
What?
You don't think so? Look at you. Yep, I said that shit.
What guy? There's a guy down there. Look at my hands. You look at my hands.
I didn't see that.
And I need another finger.
I didn't see that, man.
I'm just telling you. And you just telling me that? The greatest what?
The greatest era in Boston sports history is Tom Brady.
The Celtics, Bill Russell, won 8 world championships in a row.
Brady got 6. That's close.
In a row.
All right.
In a row, dude. I mean, like Russell has how many? 11. What are you talking about? This is the greatest. Maybe because, again, the millennials that you are. You look at things right now.
You going to drop the M word? Oh, man.
That's how it is. You want me to drop the N word? Okay. Wow. I
didn't watch Bill Russell, man. I'm talking about what I saw with my 2 eyes.
Well, I'm just saying. Right. I'm giving you information about the greatest era that I look at. And I didn't see all this. I hated the Celtics.
That's a good debate, though.
Hated the Celtics. But my God, this man wins 8 championships, dog. 8.
That's a good debate, though, right? Mm-hmm. That's a debate. Don't make it sound like it's a landslide victory for Bill Russell. That's a debate.
A landslide.
It's a lot harder for a quarterback to win multiple championships compared to an NBA player. Would you say that, at least?
Well, we can name quarterbacks who won multiple championships.
Right, but it's a short list. It's very rare to pull that off.
Yeah, boy, it's even shorter list for a guy to win 8 championships in a row. What the hell are you talking about? Oh my God, this guy won some championships. This guy won 8 championships in a row. I mean, I don't know. Were you on the spectrum? You remember how the Lakers were so crazy about 3-peat?
Right.
Oh my God, the Lakers 3-peat. What the hell is an 8-peat? Is that like an 8-piece you get at McDonald's or something? I mean, really? And you want to talk about this is the greatest?
If Shaq and Kobe stayed together, they could have pulled the same thing off. In my opinion, they probably could have. They could have.
So they say, but no,
they could have. You don't think so?
No.
All right. Well, you know what, Max? I think for the top 2 in this conversation, we got the names already there. Bill Russell and Tom Brady. That starts off my Mount Rushmore. My Boston Mount Rushmore is those 2. The next 2 names, I think that's where we can start.
Okay, go ahead.
All right. I got Larry Bird.
Okay.
And at number 4, I have... this one was tricky, man. I went back and forth on this one. I need to make an honorable mention, but I'm going to say David Ortiz.
I knew you were going to say David Ortiz.
David Ortiz.
No, let me
and Bobby Orr is my honorable mention. Bobby Orr.
I'm going to give you some information here again.
Mention.
Let's go. You drive a car, right?
I do.
What tunnel do you go through?
The Ted Williams.
Ted Williams tunnel, man. That's the Ted Williams tunnel.
You can also walk across the David Ortiz footbridge.
A footbridge in the tunnel. Which one? What? Really? The man hit.
These things take time.
The man was the last man to hit 400 in baseball. Last man ever to do that. I mean, I don't know where we go on the spectrum like that, but Bill Russell, obviously Brady, but you just got, you got to give love to the man to hit 400. who they named a damn tunnel after.
Yeah, but that
to me,
Ortiz to win those World Series, especially that last one. That last championship is what put him in this conversation. If he didn't win in 2013, he's not even mentioned in this. But that solidified his name, man. Come on, that man batted over 600 in the World Series.
I appreciate the fact that
I've never seen anything like it.
We're talking about this man batted 400 for the entire year. In baseball, they said if you hit 320, people are like, oh my God. The man hit 400. They said he was at 400 and decided, they said, well, if you don't play tonight, then you're going to be staying at 400. What does he do? He plays and goes, I think it was like 3 for 4 or something. That really, to me, that really takes stones right there. them a big ball. If you already got it,
them a big balls.
And now what if you got? Only thing you could do right now is what? All you can do is lose it.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Those are the biggest stones I've seen.
He said double or nothing.
He said, no, he
not
just
literally,
said,
but you know what I mean.
I'm just gonna go out here. I'm gonna go play.
Right.
If he goes 1 for 4. He goes below 300.
Yeah. Some basketball players, they won't even take a half-court shot
right.
at the end of a quarter
Absolutely.
to ruin their percentage.
Absolutely. But you had this dude to go in and say, I'm at 400. If I don't play no more, I'll still be at 400. Take the day off. Hell no. I'm going to go out there and play.
Let me go with 400.
Let me go out here and play. And he goes, I think 3 for 4, goes up to 406 or 4 something that he hit. So I can't see how we can keep his name out of the whole diagram about playing.
Okay, so he's your number 3?
Mm-hmm.
That's your 3? All right. Who's the last one? I'm telling you, these last two are going to be this is the debate you're going to have with your friends when you're talking about the Mount Rushmore, Boston sports Mount Rushmore. Who gets the last spot?
The guy that I'm gonna pick is the most iconic hockey moment that you can think about. That was Bobby Orr, right?
Bobby Orr, yeah.
When he got the winning goal in the Stanley Cup.
It was hard for me to keep him out.
And you could see him flying in the air and cheering all at the same time as the puck goes through.
Yeah.
It's just hard for me. He's like, and I'm not a hockey fan at all, but I just can't keep him out. Obviously, Larry Joe Bird has got to be in my era, and the guy I played with, unbelievable. But Mount Rushmore, even then, I have to really, you really got to, you kind of hard pressed at that time.
Well, he just embodied what the city stands for, hardworking guy, defenseman, was it 2 championships in 3 years, that heart and soul, grit.
Yeah.
The city just eats that stuff up.
Yeah.
That's what makes you a legend in this city.
Yeah.
When you approach the game that way.
Yeah.
So Bobby Orr certainly fits the mold, and it was hard for me to keep him out. You couldn't even swap those two, man, between him and Ortiz. You that's how close
you are the biggest Ortiz person that I've been around, because maybe again this is your era.
I mean, when we're talking about playing in the clutch, when we're talking about putting the team on your back, come on, man. Ortiz, you're hard pressed to find other guys who have done it as well as Ortiz. Tom Brady is another one. Obviously, he's in that conversation.
Only reason I like him is what?
Because of what he said.
My seed.
Because of what he said.
My seed.
To the bomb.
You might see it.
Just for that, you should put him in Mount Rushmore, right? Just for that, you should. He should be your honorable mention.
Look, he's my Mount Rushmore for just speaking. Excuse me. I'm speaking.
That's how he would say speaking.
Yeah.
That's why he said it like that.
Speaking.
And speaking.
Speaking. So
who's your honorable mention? Give it to Ortiz right now. Just give it to him.
Honorable mention, I give it to David Ortiz.
Okay, all right.
But I can't.
All right, so you don't have him that far low on the
list.
I'm thinking he was nowhere near your Mount Rushmore. I'm thinking he was way down.
I mean, we can think of players that have been in Boston or around that over the years, and I was talking to Nick about this today, about players who have just become legends. Mm-hmm. And it's really hard for me, because even talking to you about it, because I think about one of the biggest legends that I can remember would have been Mr. October, and that was Reggie Jackson. They hit 3 home runs in the World Series to solidify that game. That to me was just I remember people talking about it. It's like, oh my God, where were you? Did you see what happened?
That's what I think of when I think of Ortiz. I think of, obviously, the comeback best of 7 ALCS series against the Yankees. Back-to-back, to hit the walk-off on back-to-back nights. Your season's on the line.
How about Mr. Boone?
He has that. I give him that one.
When he hit that was the old shit moment.
Yeah, that was a cute thing that ruined my night.
Yeah,
it did.
Oh my!
But Ortiz did it again, and you gotta bring that up. But Ortiz did it again and again in 04, 07. Huge plays in the postseason, alongside obviously the greatest back-to-back duo between him and Manny. Obviously, Manny had a lot to do with that as well. But then in 2013, man, put the team on his back.
But what I love about this conversation is like we're talking
LCS,
about speaking. We're talking about speaking and stuff like that. The thing that always comes back to my mind is, who's your daddy? Pedro. That was classic.
Yeah, well, he got the last laugh.
He did, but it still was like
Pedro. No, man, I couldn't. It was hard keeping him off the list.
Pedro using that line. Maybe the Yankees are my daddy.
Got the entire Yankee Stadium chanting that. Oh, I love that.
Who's your daddy? Oh my God,
I missed that rivalry, man.
Yeah,
I need to bring that back, man. Those are the good old days.
I mean, but you think about moments like that. To me, just as bad when I think about it was just really how they treated. I'm forgetting his name now.
Damon?
Jennifer's husband, not Jennifer. Jennifer Lopez's husband.
Alex Rodriguez.
Yeah. Just
who treated him like that?
Man, when he came back here, have we ever heard more boos? He had the worst treatment of anybody you've ever seen in a sport.
Yeah, I mean, when you act the way you act,
You know what? How about this? When we think about it,
knocking the ball out of Bronson Arroyo's hand,
and we're not talking about funny things or anything like that. But can you imagine how it's going to be around the league? And I don't know if it's going to happen or not, and maybe it's too soon or not. But when Rudy Gobert comes back to play in any city, because essentially people are blaming it, it's almost like he was the one that started the virus. Right. He caught the virus, but
then everything shut down.
But can you imagine what it's going to be like when they, when they say his name in Madison Square Garden?
Yeah, it's going to be a while.
Oh,
it's going to take a while for that to go. People don't forget.
No, not in that way. No.
And I like because, I don't like, but I think it's funny that because his name came out first, everyone just assumes he had it first. But what if Mitchell had it first?
That's right. It was.
You don't know how it went.
Yeah,
it could have went the other way around. Yeah, you're right though. He's going to hear it for a while.
Oh, he is. I mean, but those are things and chance that you go. That just not right.
Yeah. This episode of the Cedric Maxwell podcast is brought to you by BetOnline.ag. With currently no NBA, NHL, or MLB, you might think there's nothing to bet on, but you would be completely wrong. Our exclusive partner, BetOnline.ag, still has hundreds of sports, events, and games to wager on. Let them bring Vegas to you with their online casino and blackjack. This is open 24 hours a day, including their $750,000 poker series.
Unbelievable. When you think about all the things that are going on right now, everything is shut down. But what isn't shut down? Bet online.
Still make money, right,
you
Max?
Still make money. If you have that need for speed, that need to advance and make some money, or to gamble, Bet Online is the place to go now. And you do it in the safety of your home.
Exactly. That's the best part.
You ain't got to walk out.
Right.
You don't have to walk. The safest place, they're telling you to hunker down.
Exactly.
Stay in your house.
Right.
Bet Online is like, okay, stay in your house. Don't move. Bet Online.
They got you taken care of. If you're into props and entertainment betting, you can still bet on Survivor, Big Brother, American Idol, man, you name it. Head over to betonline.ag. Don't forget the promo code CLNS50 and you'll receive a 100% welcome bonus with your first deposit. betonline.ag. Don't forget the promo code CLNS50 and it's at betonline.ag. BetOnline, your online wagering experts.
I think we've got a lot of stuff in the middle of this, and just talking about how we felt about Brady and where he stood But I know we kind of veered off, but I think veered off in a real good way.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, there's a lot of big moments like that. You look at the last 3 Super Bowls that he went through. I mean, obviously the huge comeback is the one that you'll never forget, right? Being down 28-3. Mm-hmm. But how about the scream he let out when the Seattle Seahawks made the biggest mistake at the goal line that you could think of? You know what I mean? Like moments like that is like if one thing changes, the outcome is completely different, you know? If you just run it in with beast mode, things would have been a lot different. Who knows? Maybe the Patriots part ways with Brady right after that. You never know. Like that just the ripple effect and the domino effect that a play like that in sports history has, man, it's unbelievable. Like you said, it's a moment where you don't forget where you were when that happened.
Yeah, I mean that is true because you're just saying
you have the greatest you have the greatest running back
100%. Hand to him, hand to Marshall Lynch. He runs into the end zone.
That's it.
This dude decided he want to throw it. I mean, that maybe one of the biggest bonehead plays we can ever think of.
Oh, yeah. No question. Man, Carroll. Imagine being Carroll after that.
Can there be
imagine the day after being Steve Carroll who made that call.
Can there be any bigger bonehead play?
No, I can't think of one. Especially clutch moments when the game on the line. You're literally seconds away from winning the whole thing.
The Red Sox winning the World Series when they were playing the Mets. And Bill Buckner.
Yeah.
That was, you could have heard Boston. Damn. You could have heard a small mouse pee on cotton in an arena. Because it was just.
Fucked up, Max. You like that? You like seeing Boston like that? Don't lie. In those years, you were like,
no. I mean, it was just one of those things again where you think about things that happen. That to me is.
Oh wait, you're already in Boston. Never mind. I'm thinking this before you were.
Yeah,
you were already here.
Yeah.
So you would cheer for him.
Yeah. So those are moments you good and you're going okay, but the Super Bowl, the World Series, the Super Bowl,
man, 28-3. The other one too.
Super Bowl. That to me was just.
The Falcons owner, he goes down to the field to go celebrate.
That's dumb Atlanta. That's Atlanta. That is Atlanta all over. And when you going, yeah. What other city could they have them in? Atlanta. You can't even pick another city. No, Atlanta.
You love that city though.
I love that city, but
I gotta go down there. I gotta see what it's about.
Absolutely crazy.
Yeah. Well. Cheers to Brady. One hell of an era. I'll never forget it. Thanks for the memories, man.